Hello, Tim from Fair Play Now on the 29th of June 2021. Now, towards the end of last week, there was a very concerning document that was doing the rounds. You may well have seen it, or you may be about to come across it. And the document is supposedly from one of the kind of usual suspects, shall we call them, the high ups who are inflicting all of this stuff on us, addressed to the other ones. And he is saying in this letter or email some really kind of concerning things. The sort of gist of it was basically that the country is going to go into permanent lockdown from the 15th of July and never come out of it. And then soon after that, a program to roll out sort of tags, like criminals have, to sort of tag everybody up to make sure you don't sort of go too far from your house. That program was going to start being rolled out, and anyone who kind of is found to be going too far away from their house will get sort of £50,000 fines per offence, and if you can't pay it, they'd be taking your house off you or putting you into prison indefinitely, and all kinds of other horrendousness. And yeah, it did shake me up a little bit. We kind of listened to it because there's this American guy reading it out, and I was listening to it as we were on our way back from somewhere on Friday, and it shook me up a little bit, and it shook my wife Lorraine up a lot. I could tell she was kind of really upset by it. And I know a lot of people watching this, maybe you as well, have seen this and perhaps are really concerned by it. But when I got home, I actually sort of could see the email itself, and because I obviously driving, I just had to listen at that point. But when I got home, I saw this, and a couple of things kind of just flagged up almost immediately in my head, that it was probably fake. The one thing that did it for me was that right at the top, they had sort of private and confidential at the top. Well, if it was such a document between such people, you'd think that'd be blindingly obvious, and absolutely no need to have such a sort of a thing written there. Or if it is, I'm sure they don't have, these government people, I'm sure they don't have private and confidential. It's sort of like be top secret or most secret, whatever the terminology is they use these days. So that kind of was something that made me sort of suspect that it probably wasn't a genuine document. And last night I came across a new channel which I can highly recommend. It was suggested by one of you guys actually in the comments section, and which is great. And I do mean for this to be a two-way street. I'll recommend things to you to watch and look at, and you recommend things to me to watch and look at and take on board, and then I can then kind of report back to everybody else. So it's great that it's working like this. But the channel concerned, and you may or may not have heard of this, but it's a guy called Mark Devlin, and he's actually just fresh back from 2 weeks on the naughty step apparently. And yeah, he is a really good guy to listen to. And I think his most recent video, he was interviewing a guy called Michael O'Bernicia, and the video is entitled PCP Update, It's Game On. So basically this Michael O'Bernicia is trying to bring a court case against the, as he calls them, the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, you know, the high up usual suspects, I'll call them. And the case was thrown out by a judge, which everybody was a bit despondent by, but he actually said it's good news because it's now going to be heard in the High Court. And this guy, he's actually looks like he's a kind of a barrister, top barrister, or some kind of legal type of person like that. And apparently he's never lost a case. So the fact that we've got him on our side is good news. The last thing he sort of did was the Royal Bank of Scotland with their the sort of scam they were doing, mis-selling of whatever it was, that sort of insurance kind of mis-selling thing. I think that was partly down to him. So he's taken on big entities before and won, and he's never lost a case. But the point of that is, well, where I'm going with this is about halfway or about 20 minutes into the video, they were talking about this so-called document that I kind of suspected might be fake. And both of those guys, including this barrister, also think it's fake. I mean, the barrister guy was saying that he sort of read the document, and he's also read a lot of stuff by the person who supposedly wrote it, and the kind of writing styles just don't match up. It's kind of written in a sort of a totally different way, with kind of grammatical and the odd spelling mistake as well, which as this guy says, these sort of top guys, advisor guys, they're very, very careful not to make such mistakes. So their consensus is that it's fake, and that's kind of what I suspected as well. So if you saw that thing, or if you do see it, hope that kind of sets your mind at rest a little bit, because it is a very, very worrying thing. And yeah, this kind of interview on the Mark Devlin channel is generally sort of quite upbeat and uplifting, and I've seen a couple of Mark's videos now, and they're kind of really good. So I recommend his channel. I'll put a link to the video that I'm talking about below, so you can watch that, and obviously sort of watch any other videos of his that you want. So that was a good one that I came across, and yeah, like I say, hope that's set your mind at rest a bit if you saw that document. Tim from Fair Play Now, thanks for watching.